ahead, Karen.
Thanks. When the White House found out last Thursday that the Secretary was in the hospital, did somebody ask the Pentagon why and not get an answer from the Pentagon?
I don't have any specifics to share. What we know, what we can tell you is that, as you know, the Pentagon is going to do a review on their process, and that is something obviously we welcome, a 30-day review, and that's what we want to see, and we'll get a sense of how the process went, and so. That's something that obviously is important. And you saw, as I stated at the top, the Chief of Staff put a memo that went to agencies on making sure that we take a good look at the process here. But
beyond the process, just from a human aspect of this, when Jake Sullivan and then Jeff Zients and then the president here that Secretary Austin's in the hospital, didn't they ask why is he in the hospital? How did the president not know until this morning that it was cancer? How did 5 days go without knowing the diagnosis?
that is something that we're trying to find.
Not give an answer.
No, I hear you, but that is something that we are going to get a sense of this process, right? That's why they're going to do a review. That's why the Pentagon's going to do a review. That's why the Chief of Staff put out a memo to to the cabinets on protocols here to get a sense of how they've been moving with this process and how we're going to continue to move forward. We do not want this to happen again, obviously, but. We're going to get a better sense once the Pentagon does the 30-day review to see how this occurred. Obviously, this is not something we want to see. In the meantime, we want to make sure that Secretary Austin gets back on his feet and recovers, and I think that's really important too.
You see what I mean? Just like kind of on a human level. And the president here
and
is
Karen,
in the hospital
Karen, I totally understand. I totally understand the question.
We're going to review this with the process.
I totally understand the question. I get it. I get you're wanting to know what was the reaction, the emotional reaction of folks here in kind of the chain of command, right? Once they learned about the Secretary's hospitalization. I get the question. I don't have reactions, right? Emotional reactions to how folks here felt when they learned about this. I just can't speak to that. What I can speak to is that we want to make sure that we have a process, protocols, robust protocols, because we've always said transparency is at the center of this administration. We want to make sure that how these agencies move forward, that there's a robust protocol in place, and that's what we're asking. That's why the Chief of Staff, Zients, sent a memo to agencies so we have a sense of how are they going to move forward with these types of situations or issues. And again, Pentagon is going to do their review. They announced that yesterday. It's going to be a 30-day review, and we'll have a better sense of the timeline here and what happened, what occurred. Ed?
Yeah, thanks, Karine. When will the president hold another solo news conference?
I don't have anything to preview at this time.
On communications within the administration, the last cabinet meeting was 3 months ago. So does the president know where his cabinet members are and what they're doing?
The president is in regular touch, and not just the president. Obviously, there are folks here, whether it's the Office of Cabinet Affairs, other folks here in the White House that is in regular touch with certainly leaders of the different cabinets on a regular basis. And I just don't have anything else to share. But the president, obviously this is his cabinet and talks to them on a regular basis. I just don't have a specific timeline or specifics on when that happens.